Well, that was a hell of an event. Sorry we had to cancel that one. OBS was. The normie would say autistic screeching, but we all know it was really beeping at us. We all know. So I am accompanied with Ale. Say hi.
Hi.
That's her. Definitely not chained and gagged to my bedpost. Now, you shush
Bitch, I
you.
wish.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, anyways, so
What you mean? He ain't ever done that before.
it was it
He's
was
lying.
it was in the plans. It was in the cards.
When?
The heart of the cards. Yu-Gi-Oh taught me.
When
Oh
the fuck
God.
were you gonna do this shit, huh?
Uh, it was a surprise. Anyways, she's being muffled right now, so like, ow, my arm. I hate to disappoint you, man, but you're sucking on my arm.
I'm
Anyways,
sorry, guys.
oh God. Ah, fuck. Now I can't play. Fuck. Anyways, ah, she nibbles on me. She thick 'cause she nibbles. Oh, my boob. Ah, okay. I think OBS is not dying on us now. I think. Okay. Ah, my other boob. Okay.
That's the same tit.
Oh. Well, they don't know that. That's the. Yeah. Ow! Quit hitting me. Ow! Fuck it. Ow! Will you fuck it? Ow! Will you bloody get off? What the? Do you? What the? Oh, my face. Ow! My head. We was kings and shit.
Oh no, he's turned.
He's turned. We Jews were kings, but not as the deserts. They hated us there. What am I, Bronson? We was kings. Anyways, I'm hunting Pecaries. Pecari be hunting. But anyways, this video, the topic itself, is about how just about everything is taught in university and education and school especially is a complete lie. For example, a common thing people are taught, and I've seen a lot of people say this, so they must all have been taught it somewhere, that the Nazis were a right-wing group. They were completely right-wing, like as right-wing as you can get. Like right-wing extremists. These people are forgetting what the word socialism means. Like really forgetting it. Ooh, Poppy. These people are forgetting what the word socialism means. It's called National Socialism. Now, as the name and no, I'm not some crazy right-winger who says, "Oh, it's only socialism." No, it's nationalism too. It's a bit of both. That's what makes it a unique beast and one that was, quite unusual by the day's age. Especially because democratic socialism was only meant for one nation. That was meant for Germany. It wasn't meant for global use. Now, they conquered a lot of neighboring lands, mostly to get more land for the Übermensch, the proper race, right? They wanted to get more land for them. So they conquered neighboring tribes from the Untermensch. Now, the Untermensch, or subhuman, basically could be anybody they wanted to be. A lot like when a socialist calls everyone a Nazi. They don't have to be a Nazi, but it's only the word that matters. See? And these two things are one and the same beast, really. Except communism's worse. Hate to break it to you. Higher death toll, affects more people on the planet, affects more countries, been around longer, done more death, done more starvation, done more global destruction. If we're talking like ecologically, is the word. If we're talking economies, yeah, a lot of damage there. So anything even remote, even if it's democratic socialism, it doesn't matter. Socialism is fucking evil. The only kind of socialism that seems to work is when you're in a commune of 8 people. right? In that case, something like democratic socialism would work better. The smaller the group of people. Okay? The smaller the group of people, the better it works. You know, because you're treating everyone as if they're family. You're sharing every resource with everyone. Now, no one strives under socialism or communism or whatever you want to call it. No one strives under it because, think about it. If everyone gets paid $15 minimum wage an hour, $15, who the fuck would be a doctor? Right? Nobody. Nobody would be a doctor. If there was zero pay, no one would be a doctor because doctors work like fucking mad. They work all over the place. They work extreme hours. They work during plagues and pathogens. Right? They work all the time. You know, people wouldn't be doctors if it paid $15 an hour. They couldn't manage on it. Now, universal basic income, I'm not too certain about. It seems like a decent idea, but if you think about it, it it's basically the government should intervene and give everyone a certain wage. I think the government should. I mean, if the government's going to give money, it might as well, you know, give money where it's due. Which, speaking of, I'm so sick and fucking tired of everyone saying, "Oh, Trump's going to give $1,000 checks. That's socialism. Look how good socialism is." It's not socialism. That's called capitalism giving back. It does that sometimes. I know you don't want to believe it because you're a socialist yourself, but trust me, capitalism does give back to people. You know, and but here's what makes it not socialism. Socialism would be Bernie has $12 trillion. Let's give X number of people $1 million of his money. Just take money away from him and give it to other people. That's socialism. That's redistribution of wealth. The government, what took your money in the first place, giving you back some of it because you're in a fucking financial crisis, is nowhere near socialism. Nowhere near. Right? The government giving you back money, and a lot of people are skeptical if Trump's even going to do that or not. But even if he does, it won't be socialism because he's not taking money away from rich people. He's giving back to Americans from the surplus that he made by fixing the economy. You're welcome, never Trumpers. You know, the lowest unemployment rate in what, 60 years? Right? The lowest unemployment rate? Wait. The lowest unemployment rate in 60 plus years. And you people are still bitching about him, how he's some fucking tyrant and so evil, and he just hates the gays, even though he, you know, is supported by Milo Yiannopoulos, and they support each other, and to my knowledge, I think they're friends, actually. So, you know, again, funny that. You know, I hate the gays, except for this one, he's a nice man. That's not usually how racism works. You know, and it's interesting because I've heard the right being viewed as like a bunch of old dudes. This is how they're portrayed ever since I was growing up. Right? A bunch of old dudes that are all religious, that don't want women to have freedom, and they want to restrict the gays, and they don't want them getting married, and they're all religious, and they don't want anyone to be happy, and all this, that, and the other. If, big if there, but if that was true, it sure as fuck ain't now. Trump's changed all that, right? Now everyone's applauding him for helping the gays, for being pro-gay, for, you know, things of that nature. Being pro-gay, being open about, you know, people coming out and things like that. Being proud of those people, calling them Americans. Americans come out. And he's proud of them for being Americans, right? That's you don't say that to someone you hate, you know. Now, if big if here, but if you want to say, oh, he's just favoring some fan base, same fucking thing can be said about the Democrats. Like crazy, you can say that about Democrats a lot, because don't they always appeal to the black voters? Don't they always, you know, whenever they want the black vote, hey, fellow niggas, how you doing? Like that's the Democratic Party. Like, that's them in a nutshell. They're like, oh, hey, fellow black people, how are you? You know, what's up, brother? How you doing? You know, like, all of a sudden, you know, bunch of raggedy old and rich white people looking at a bunch of poor black people like, hello, fellow Negro, how are you today? Like, you know, like they're pretending to be one. You know, to my knowledge, leftist blacks have a term for that. It's Uncle Somebody. I don't really want to say it because, well, you'll pretend I'm making it up, as you like to, as that one guy did today. Which, God, I've got to talk about that. Is one dude posted like 18 different comments on my one thread, and I only posted like 4 times, including my original post. And all I was getting at was, are you people surprised that Nazis are coming out of the woodwork when you've been saying death to the white male monster beast for the past 34 fucking years? Are you really surprised they're coming out of the woodwork now? And then he's like, oh, well, Chris, your argument is what did he say? Something about like racist, telling a racist to be racist means they're not a racist, or some genuine straw man that has nothing to do with anything I've said. I just told you what my argument was, and that's what you think might, like, anytime you say dot 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 and it's not what I said, that's a straw man. I hate to say it because everyone uses that damn word nowadays, but you know, that's what you're doing there, bud. And that's the weird thing. More people use the word straw man to commit a straw man than people use the word straw man to explain a genuine straw man. Like, what the shit? Like, I'll get one of these birds. Son of a bitch. Quit dodging my bullets! Jeez. Ugh. Fucking birds. Birds! I don't think they were scavenging, so I don't think it counts. Actually, let me check my progress. Challenges! Okay, was it survivalist? Okay, yeah. 1 of 5 scavenger kills. Okay, so they gotta be scavenging on a corpse in order for it to count. Oh, by the way, this one happens, Survivalist 5, happens entirely in Bayou Noir, or Nawa, or however the hell you pronounce it. And fish caught while boating. There's a boat near the old Shady Bell. After the story, it's full of bloody um, um, Lemoyne Raiders, I think. Some gang. And fish caught from railroad tracks. There's a spot not too far from Saint Denis that you can use for that. Just look for railroad tracks, follow them, and you'll find it. But the boat is right next to that manor, near the docks. Anyway, so yeah, like as I was saying. Okay, yeah, do what you gotta do. Okay, do. Okay, I'll probably keep playing. I have no idea what you're doing, so okay. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna turn me up a bit? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it keeps resetting for some reason. I don't know why. Anyways. Oh, need that out of my way. It's okay. I have a horse too, fellow man. But anyways, and again, like, you know, this guy was just, he was totally losing his mind. He was losing his mind, and I gave up. Like, I don't even remember, I don't even know what he said at the end because I got bored. If your arguments genuinely bore me, I'll kind of just nod off and, you know, whatever. That wasn't always the case. It used to be I would, you know, always be interested in arguments and try to learn more arguments. But I've heard the same damn argument from leftists all the time. Holy crap, like, it's all the same argument. And they use the same analogies too. I mentioned that a couple shows ago. You know, everyone talks about bloody Skittles. It's all Skittles. Like, they keep using Skittles. Like M&Ms and fucking other what other little tiny bloody nom nom candy things exist other than Skittles and M&Ms? Milk Duds, I know that's one. Reese's Pieces, that's one. Yeah, Reese's Pieces is fun to say. Why don't you say that? I mean, you know, that's a fun thing to say. It rhymes. It's kind of, you know, hey fellow kid, kind of. And Democrats love that crap. They love the bloody, you know, hey fellow kids. Now, typically when I talk about Democrats, I'm talking about Democratic leaders, Democratic politicians. I'm not so much talking about, you know, Susie Joe, who just happens to think, you know, we should have open borders. She's an idiot, but I mean, that's not who I'm talking about. You know, open borders is not a good thing. It's not. I mean, it can help with trade, kind of, a little bit, but that's kind of it. I mean, it makes it easier to drive around in said countries and cities and everything. But that's kind of it. Like, that's really all that it does.
Hey, easy.
You know, it makes disease way more likely to spread. That's why Europe's on fire right now, and America's barely unscathed because we had a border that our leader actually wanted to protect. It's not like Italy was like, close the border. Like, it's not like they were doing that. And oh, look, everyone's infected. Oh, look at that. Cocaine gum. Hey, would you look at that? Pomade. Search the drawer. Premium cigs, nice. I have way too. Oh, I got a horse card. That's cool. I've got so many cigarettes. Holy crap. 1 of 12 cards. 1 of 12. Wait, which show? Oh, yeah. I'll get more into lies that people think about certain movements later on, but first I kind of want to talk about the Nazi Hunter show. Uh, the Hunters is what it's called, but it's basically about a bunch of Nazi hunters. Now they made it seem like everyone made it seem like this this show was just to punch a Nazi the series. Like that's what they advertised it as. They advertised it as this leftist festival of we's gonna punch Nazis because we socialists and they're totally different. Don't look at the similarities. They're totally different. I promise you. You know, there's a lot of similarities. You know, they both want an uprising of the working class. They both want you know, the pure class to remain in charge and in power. You know, I mean, geez, they both want, you know, people to be free from the oligarchs and the capitalists and all that stuff. Like they want people to be free and everything. You know. So again, it's kind of comical when, and you never get Nazis saying this. You never get Nazis saying, you know, well, that's not real fascism. You never you never hear that. But you definitely hear socialist sumbitches say, well, that's not real socialism because I'm the arbiter of what is good and righteous and true and holy and me. That's all these people care about, you know. Socialists are a weird breed of, you know, they're a weird breed of entitled, self-centered, and completely moronic. Or they're just the ultimate blind sheep, one or the other. Right? And I'm mostly talking about Bernie Bros at this point. You know, most talk about Bernie Bros. Because Bernie Bros genuinely believe that, well, this socialism is good socialism, and that socialism was bad socialism, so this one will bring out a utopia where everyone gets paid a good amount of money and no one's taxed 52%. That was a lie. Don't listen to that. You know, like, no, he said that on fucking live stream. It was, yeah. He said he taxed everyone 52%, including the working class. Right? That includes you, diphead. You know, again, look, I used to think Bernie was he was a bit nutty, but at least he meant well. Then he cucked out to Hillary, Yeah, no, this man does not mean well. He doesn't. He is an opportunist. He is a politician, as politicians get. Okay, he's not this liberator trying to free everyone, and no, he's a politician favoring his base. That's what it is. Ooh, steelhead. You know, he's trying to favor his base. You know, which is Bernie Bros. That's his base. Trump's base is Americans, right? He's favoring more than just the socialist left. He's favoring everybody. Everybody who's willing to say this is my president. And it was interesting because on on Facebook, people were saying, you know, if he if he's not your president, those ain't your checks. And that's a genuine argument because he himself came up with that concept. Right? He himself was like, okay, I'm going to do this to help boost the economy during a time of crisis. Right? That was his decision as president. That wasn't Pelosi's decision. That wasn't the Dems' decision. That was his decision specifically. Again, if he unfortunately with Trump, sometimes he says he's going to do something, but he kind of can't do it because he's not a dictator or a monarch, you know. But keep in mind, it's not that he's trying to be a dictator, it's that he's new to the job, you know. He's not he hasn't been a politician for 30, 40 fucking years. He doesn't know the rules. He doesn't know what he can and can't get away with. So maybe Congress will be like, no, you can't do that. It's unconstitutional. Or they'll come up with some excuse or whatever. You know, that might even happen.
That is a fish.
You know? That might even happen. And, you know, then the checks don't happen. You know, but from what I've heard news-wise, Trump wants to do that to help stimulate the economy. And mark my words, if anyone prevents it, you know, it's most likely due to the Democrats. That or it's some weird legal loophole that the Democrats probably invented, you know, because and it again it's weird because other people were saying that, you know, well where's Yang? Wasn't Yang promising $1,000? Yeah, of rich people's money, not the government's money. It's a little different. You know, and on top of that, they were also talking about Um, and the leftist, God, they just wanted a clever rejoinder. So like, if you don't believe in socialism, then those ain't your checks. It's not socialism, dickhead. I've explained it multiple times in this video. It's not socialism. It's not. Socialism is Wayne Gretzky, just to pick a random name, I have no idea who he is, has trillions of dollars. You, poor McNobody, has $0. So we're gonna even you out between the two. That's, you know, we're going to take his money and give it to you. Then we're going to take both your money and give it to the state. That's communism, right? Like that's communism, you know. We're going to pretend to care to you, but we really hate the rich, and then we're going to just, you know, give and give and give and then take and take and take and oh, look, oops. No one has food all of a sudden. Gee, I wonder why. Maybe we killed the farmers or something. I don't know. Oh, right, the Nazi Hunter show. I got off track. I'm sorry. Um, yeah, that show, Ale and I watched the first episode. Oh, yeah, Bernie cucked out to BLM, right? Yeah, I, yeah, okay. I think he did. I think you're right, but I don't remember.
Yep.
But anyways, again, like, you know, it seems like Trump just wants to help the nation. And I heard some theory that some people had. Then I'll get to the Nazi Hunter show. There was some theory that people had that America knew before the plague spread, and they're like, "Oh yeah, Trump was buying vaccines, the bastard! How dare he make money off this pandemic?" And it's like, he's buying vaccines to cure people, dickhead. Like, he was trying to help people. Like, God, he's damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like, that's for real. He really is. Uh, repeat that. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's yeah, maybe. But that's not what he made it. That's not what he did, though. Oh boy. Maybe they just called it too soon or whatever. But yeah, maybe I was right. Maybe they thought that he was going to keep it to himself. But no,
There we go.
he bought them to work on. This is what I understood of the story. He bought them to work on a vaccine to like help people, right? To
Yes,
help
sir.
cure people, a vaccine
Or a
for the actual
fish.
disease, not just, you know,
You're fine, steelhead, my friend.
to actually help people, right? It's not that he was hoarding it for himself and his family, which is definitely what Hillary would have fucking done. Like, you know, and again, God forbid the man spends his own money in a fucking enterprise. You know, like God forbid he spends his money that he earned doing very very good negotiations and business practices. By the way, he's a damn good businessman, and he always has been. You know, and I find it so comical how rappers and thug artists and those types, they in the 90s they loved Trump. They couldn't get enough of Trump. Trump was their bloody icon. They idolized the man. Now they talk about him like he wants to skin them and hang their black babies upside down and burning crosses and eat the wombs of the black women and all this, Cthulhu-esque bullshit that doesn't fucking exist. But anyways, you know, and but to kind of break topic if I can, uh, to get to the Nazi Hunter show. Gail and I watched the first episode, and it wasn't advertised the way it was. They advertised it like, and they made it seem like a bunch of social justice types. Again, they have the Jew, the other Jew, the third Jew, the blonde woman named Karen, of course, the black woman that nobody likes because she's black and a woman, which, yeah, fucking right. People don't hate women. Sorry. Yeah, it's kind of against our code. I mean, women hate women, granted. How many times have you heard a woman say, "I'm gonna slit that bitch's throat to get that man"? How many times have you heard that? But men always say, "I gotta get a girl like her," thinking there's other fish in the sea, right? And again, like, geez, just, and I'll talk about that black character a little bit. But again, it was so weird because like, you know, the show it wasn't as bad as you think it would be, but it's still pretty social justicey. I mean, I didn't want to watch it because a racist shithead is fucking directing it. You know, the guy who said, I won't hire white actors only or whatever it was, something about not hiring white actors. And then he turns around and gets all this money from fucking, you know, from a bunch of white people that are giving him money because he's black and a director and all this shit. It's just it's funny and like yeah, you hate the white man, but you sure as fuck like their money. Funny how that works. And again, he's a total shithead. He just God like the I do not like him at all, like at all. You know, and hey, people get pissed off at Trump for being a racist, even though he's never said a racist thing in his fucking life. And y'all get pissed at him over nothing. Why can't I get pissed at someone who actually said racist shit about white people? Why can't I do that? You know, Again, if the roles were flipped and a white man said, "I'm never hiring a Negro," or whatever the fuck the context would be, "I'm never hiring a black man," would you really not call him racist? Be honest with me. Would you really not call him a racist? Or is that all you would call him? And maybe misogynist because you think black women are more important than black men. Yes, you do. I know you think that. And we're all gynocentric to some extent, but fucking dick, dude. You know? Yeah. Jordan Peele, Dick Peel, Garbage Peel, Banana Peel, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, he was kind of cool on his younger.
Well, okay, I watched that show he did with the other dude. The other dude's actually kind of funny. I never got much racist shit from the other dude. Yeah, yeah. Well, the other guy he did it with, he's in like Whose Line Is It Anyway now, and he's actually a pretty funny guy. He's a pretty good comedian, you know. But Peel was just got like he was the one writing the sketches about zombies only eating white people and how white people are all gonna die in the zombie apocalypse and it's all their fault for the shit they've done to the black man and all this bullshit. And I remember watching that episode with a bunch of other white people um, in a community home that I was in for mental health. That's what? No, it's only form. I was watching it, and a couple black kids turned it on. They thought it was the funniest fucking thing. They were laughing their guts out, and all the white people are just sitting there like, "Dude, what the fuck is this?" Like the joke is, "Ha ha, white people die, ha ha." You would not find that funny if it was a bunch of black people dying in the midst of something horrible. You would not find it fucking funny. So don't be a fucking hypocrite next time. I fucking hate hypocrisy. Like, I can put up with some extremists, at least because they're consistent. Like, I can put up with Nazis because at least they're consistent. I can put up with conservatives, far-leaning conservatives, because at least they're consistent. You people don't hold any consistency. What's the consistency of feminism, for example? Just to name something. Right, what's the consistency of it? We're all about equality and love and friendship, but if you're a straight white cis male, you should die in a fire. Right? It's the fork tongue thing, right? It's, well, we'll say it's one thing, but it's really another. Good luck figuring that out. That feminism is full of that shit. Fucking full of it. Oh, did you knock it out? Oh. What'd you do? Oh, yeah, I do that in Pokemon too sometimes. Ah, fuck, wolves!
Relax.
Oh, they're up there. Okay, never mind. Oh, yeah. Yeah, a lot of rock types do explosion for no damn reason. Yeah. Yeah, it murders him and you take like 20 health damage. Like, because you're a steel type and you're like level 89, like.
And an extra drill.
Yeah. But yeah. It's okay. Actually, yeah, why don't you and I, because I keep getting off track from the Hunter show game, or Hunter game show, or whatever the fuck it's called. You and I, let's talk about it a bit. Just to kind of... Well, yeah, you did. You commented a few times, and... I mean, at the beginning, you were like, is this the guy that's supposed to be pro-Hitler? Like... Which he turned out to be a Jew with magical powers. Again, just in case you guys think you're not the racists, Jew with magical powers. Yeah, that was in a lot of German plays right around the time of the 1940s, Just so you know. But anyways, so is a Jew with a big nose. For propaganda reasons. Yeah, for some reason, propaganda is always based towards the male of that race or ethnicity or sexuality. I'm not Jewish, damn it. Gesundheit. Anyway, I'm not fucking Jewish. I don't even have a Jew nose. You have more of a Jew nose than I do.
So, what do you have for me?
No. Well, yeah, barely. Fucking barely. Jeez. Fucking shit. Wow, $47. Wow.
Oh, I'd pay just about any price for this.
Yeah. I have a bigger dick than a lot of people, to be fair. Like, yeah, I'd hope so too. Yeah. A lot of people. But anyways. I'm 6'10", so, yeah. Anyways, that's how you know. Which, Speaking of things that were lies, that's another lie that fucking um.
Talk about the other hunter show, dude.
All right. Yeah, the Hunter show.
I don't sell to stores. You want my
Again,
wares
they
right
tried to
here's
make
the one
the
place
Jew
to
have
buy 'em.
magical powers, and he had a
There.
friend named Booty Hole.
Been a pleasure
You might as
doing
well call
business
him
with you.
Cock McLoving McLoverson. Like fucking
All right,
like,
let's have a look.
holy crap!
Been
Like
a real pleasure
what?
doing business with you.
So I'm thinking of
All
getting
made
a
to
Switch
measure.
for my 100K Trump bucks check.
Who said that?
Ellie.
Oh, cool. Yeah, definitely. I mean, Aile's playing her Switch right now, and it's pretty good. You know. Uh, ooh, legendary boar, perfect bull. Oh, that's what I needed the bull for. Okay, legendary bear roper. That's what I needed it for. Cool. Now I got the bear hunter set. Sweet. Actually, turn that down or away or whatever. Oh crap, wrong button. I don't want to get copyright for music I don't own. Yeah, they'll hit anyone even if they're not getting paid. I ain't getting $1 from this shit, and I kind of want it to stay that way. Cougar and Wolf Nest. Oh wow. Yeah. Again, I'm not looking for money for this. If I ever decide to get paid for what I'm doing at some point, I'll go through Patreon or whatever. I'm not gonna go through YouTube. I hate ads on YouTube. Ugh, they just, I don't know. They get to my core. 'Cause I remember when YouTube had no ads, and people were still making millions of dollars off the site and shit, and there still wasn't any ads. And now all of a sudden, you know, um, I mean, again, you've got the gamers that are like untouchable because they're so fucking applauded and everything that they're making millions of dollars off this shit. So they, I mean, they used to swear. I don't know if they do anymore. I haven't watched their content, but you know, they used to swear, and I've decided I'm gonna swear, but I'll try not to overdo it just to not scare people off. You know, kind of a mix of the two, really. Wow, cougar for that one thing. Jeez. Fox. Skunk. Oh, get a bunch of rat pelts. Gotta. I'm never near any rats anymore. Yeah, there's one quest you get where you can hunt a bunch of perfect rats, but other than that, they're a pain in the ass to find. Iguana. Perfect cow. Odyssey? Odyssey. Derives from the name Odysseus. It was actually named after him. Yeah.
Patreon is very down for your opinions not being far left, though.
Mm,
Far left enough.
yeah. I mean, hell, if Razor Fist can make a fucking killing on Patreon, then, you know. I mean, you know, granted. Oh, by the way, I just want to throw this out there. Um, you know that hate word that everyone knows about and you think only applies to one race? That hate word that you can't even hear the name of or you just freak the fuck out? That word derives from a word in Latin, which is Niger. That means black. How the fuck that became a racial slang word is beyond me. But the origin is it's black. That's what it means, black. They call you slave, you call them black. Funny that. And somehow we're the racist assholes. Jeez.
More than just, you know.
Probably at this point. I stopped playing like a couple weeks ago.
You stopped playing a week ago because you got your freaking computer.
Yeah, I got my computer back.
Loser.
You loser. You loser. You
No,
loser.
this game's just in my shit.
Yeah. I'll never get opossum hides. I swear. I've got a bunch of pronghorns, but never opossums. Perfect elk. Oh, I just had an elk pelt. What the hell?
Not much demand for
Perfect
cattle
elk.
here,
Gila
except
monster.
for
Yeah, I need
wolves
another
and
Gila
moose
monster.
in Scarlet Meadows.
It really is pronounced Gila. I looked it up actually.
No one's ever caught 'em.
I've been looking up a lot of stuff. Oh, and in the Hunter show, they tried to make it seem like a woman discovered jet fuel. She didn't. A bunch of men did, actually. I looked that up too. A bunch of men did. You know, men discovered jet fuel and jet engines. So I don't know what they were trying to say with, you know, this formula was discovered by the help of a woman.
Threat. It's good
Maybe
business.
like his wife gave him an idea, maybe, but that's as much of an influence women had on jet fuel as anything. So I find that kind of funny. You know, and for some reason they show you naked granny ass for some reason. I have no idea why. This is all the first episode. I'm not spoiling anything. This is all the first episode.
Wish I never had to kick my stall into the sea. Seems like I wish country folk had any.
You know, this is all the first episode. This is basic stuff, really. You know, and people are just like, people are dying left and right from the Nazis. And if they made the show seem like, oh, the Nazis are coming back to America and they're killing all the Jews, and then people would be like, okay, cool. It's a kind of, you know, I was earlier, yeah. Yeah, I was there. I was talking about the post earlier, yeah.
What post were you talking about, Chelsea?
Yeah. Yeah, what post are you talking about, hun?
Oh. Gotta insert the whammons into history.
Yeah, the whammons. It's the whammons. Yeah, you always gotta insert the whammons. Which, again, like, there was just... and, God, the funniest part of that entire... I swear, the funniest part of that first episode was, like, this like, the Jewish... He's kind of like an architect. He's the one that kind of comes up with, like, who the Nazis are and who to kill and that kind of stuff. And he stabs a Nazi, and keep in mind the Nazis are like 30 years older by this time. Like, this is like in the 70s. This is 30 years after the fall of the Third Reich. So everyone's fucking old, okay? So keep that in mind. You know, it's not like the Nazis are like prime 25-year-old white males with blonde hair, blue eyes, shooting all the negresses in the streets. Yeah, that's not happening. But no, again, you know, the fucking the Jewish guy was like, you thought we were pawns, we were kings. And I'm like, no, there was kings. I swear he said, yeah, the Jews were kings. Yeah, the Jews were. The people who were not allowed to own property in Mesopotamia. The people who weren't allowed to own businesses in Egypt. The people who weren't allowed to exchange money. The people, like, the people that have had every right stripped away from them. They were all kings. All of them. Just all of them. Just born kings. Look. You can be a king or a victim. You can't be both. Sorry. Like, you can't be both people. Like, I know you want to be. I know you want to be a victim king. Or a king victim or whatever. But that's not how it works. Not even close. You know, like, jeez. Just, like, the dude was like, we were kings. You thought we were pawns. You know, like... Now, they do mention some Nazis that were, like, some pretty monstrous people. Which is accurate. There were some pretty monstrous people in the Nazi Party. But they totally forget about the people that were forced to be Nazis. The moderates that were forced to be Nazis, or their family was murdered in front of them, including them. Right? So, again, you had a choice. Either you were on their side, or you were dead. That was your choice. Most Germans were drafted into the Nazi Party, and a lot of people don't know that, you know? So, again, and every single person who accuses someone in the show of being a Nazi, they were a Nazi. There was never a false accusation at all. Because those just don't happen, herp derp. Those just don't happen. False accusations never happen to men, herp derp derp derp.
Hear the canal they built way down south, ocean.
Oh, that's good. A Ving? A kingdom? that's that's good. Oh god, you get bonus points for that. Jeez. Oh god, that is funny. A Ving? A kickdom? Oh god. Oh, that is so funny. But yeah, they were kickdoms, yeah. Again, like you can be a monarch or you can be a slave. They're kickdoms. You can be a monarch or a slave. Now, there is such thing as king of the slaves, which was a term for Jesus in like like Egyptian dynasties and shit, but not like old dynasties, like new dynasties. Around the turn of the calendar, actually, um, they had a term for Jesus, the king of the slaves, because Jews were slaves in Egypt. Like inherently, they were forbidden from owning property. They were forbidden from owning a lot of shit. Really, like Egyptians treated their slaves way worse than the white man ever did. That's another great lie in history. Yet everyone thinks history is just the white man just being this evil shit hook shit heel, just just enslaving everyone they can get their fucking paws on. But no, blacks own slaves, Jews own slaves, everyone owned slaves at some point. It wasn't just the white man being evil, right? Like it was more than that, you know. I don't know why people think that only the white man was evil. Every man is evil. Man is evil by nature. That is the nature of man. And I'm not just talking man, I'm talking about mankind. That is the nature of mankind. We are evil creatures, right? Now, a lot of us have hearts of gold, but those people that have hearts of gold always get taken advantage of. Yeah, hi. I'm one too. Right? Like, you get taken advantage of like a sumbitch. Oh, I'm 3 away. But yeah, again, like
I've
that
run this
happens
stall all the way from
constantly.
here to the border. The northern border, that is. And I've never
You
been
know,
out of work.
just talk to someone who gives and gives
Uh-huh.
and gives, and they will tell you how they have been stolen and taken from to such an extreme
You got this, girl.
that most of them can't trust
Thanks,
people.
mister.
Okay, most of them can't trust people. I couldn't trust people for years, right? Until I met Elle here. Then I started to trust her because she was actually good to me and she started giving back to me. It wasn't just me giving all the time, it was her giving and I was giving. We were giving to each other. That's how you make it work, right?
I have to force you sometimes.
Oh, that's true. She had to force me to, accept gifts, but still.
Not just gifts, I had to force you to fucking talk to me sometimes.
Yeah.
You just fucking disappear and I'm like,
I always do that. I'm just a ghost.
yeah,
People
but
used to call me Ghost.
yes.
Well, I get that, but again, like, I'm the ghosty ghost.
Like it.
Ghosty goo.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Ghost and his girlfriend.
Yeah, well. Oh, squirrel.
I was gonna say, don't turn into a feminist.
Yeah. Although we might have to do a stream where everything I say is one of two things. Either it's something I actually believe or it's something only nut jobs believe, and we'll see how they sound. Of course I'll play a game while I'm doing it, but
No, I'm talking about you're gonna play a game with it.
yeah, I'm gonna play a game with it.
As in, like, you're gonna make the thing whatever you're gonna make it.
Yeah. I'm gonna make it itself a game.
Like, I'll tell you 2 lies.
Yeah. No, I'll tell you 2 things people believe. Determine if it's my belief or a crazy belief from someone else. Right? Like for example, I believe in human rights for everyone, including men. Right? Or men are racist shitheels who just want to rape the whammons. Determine which one is real and which one is fake. Like that kind of stuff, right? And we'll just see how what's it called? How insane and because people think I'm some far right like Nihongophile? Is that the right word? Wait, what does that mean again? Nihongophile. Oh, Nihon. That's Japan. How did I say Nihongophile? I have no idea. Anyway, I'm confusing myself. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm talking about Live in Japan all of a sudden. Jeez, okay. I lost my train of thought there. Zane kicked him. I love that. Chelsea, you're great. We gotta have you on the show sometime. Just I don't know how to do this with OBS, but there's gotta be a way to like call you on something or like on Messenger and have you go through the speakers or whatever. Like just a way for you to talk while I'm playing games and stuff. That would be cool if we could all do that together. I'd love to have you on an episode and you can go for it. I was a doe, a deer, a female deer. Anyway, my father taught me that when I was like super young. I was a boat. There's a horse. Wow.
Whoa, easy.
Go fishing about. But again, like that show is. I mean, if you don't know what leftists like the shit leftists say, if you don't know anything about it, you probably won't notice it in the show. Like it's kind of subtle. Like there is a believe all women segment. There is like a no accusation is false segment. There is it's funny how that works. There is um killing Granny in the shower with gas because her dirt Nazi segment. There is that. Like there's all these different segments and everything. And then there's the one segment where the black woman who's like a cop or whatever, she's the only one that realizes the Nazis are back. And every white man in the building is out to get her and out to throw her out of her job and treat her terribly. Like, oh my god, they make them such damsels. Like such damsels. And holy dick, this show is kind of comical because it's like, at one point you're like, okay, well, this at least has a decent story to it. The Nazis are still killing people. Oh shit, what do we do? Like World War II never ended. That's a cool concept. I like that concept. But God, they have to fill it full of like social justice bullshit and just like the Jews, Viva's kings. like I was expecting fucking Kunta Kinte from Black Panther to show up and be like, whoa, hit ya, how do you like I was so expecting that, like yeah, it's a lion! It's a lion! Like yeah, anyways. I was so expecting like that one black dude from Black Panther to just be like, we black people should all be good to each other because the white man is out to kill us all. Like, wait, what? Who told you? What? I don't remember this meeting. What the? We should protect all black people. Like, hate to break it to you, but your race is not a hive mind. Sorry. There are black people who think differently from you. Shocker, I know. And you know about them. You call them Uncle Toms. Yes, I know you do. That's what you call them. You call them Uncle Toms.
Now we're fishing.
And other things. Words you claim to be evil.
Pleased to meet you.
Words that you use. Because it's okay when you do it. That is the ultimate lesson behind social justice and far left-leaning practices. It's okay when we do it, but not when anyone else does it. Good luck figuring that the fuck out.
Yeah,
You know,
you
like,
can come.
now, the right wing has always been about the family unit, protecting the family, serving the family, helping the family, having jobs for family, things like that. You know, now there's another big myth in history that once upon a time Republicans were Democrats and Democrats were Republicans. No, they fucking wasn't. Republicans were Republicans and Democrats were Democrats. You are just saying that because you don't want people to realize your Democratic Party is full of fucking racists. Because all of a sudden you care about race. When your voters are black, all of a sudden you care about race. Right? All of a sudden. And watch, if you had only rich voters, you'd care about them too. Like, geez, like, you know. Now, here's a little something about the DNC right now. Regardless of anyone's prediction, the fact that everyone's backing Biden, like everyone's backing it, fucking everybody is backing it. Okay, that's how you know the DNC is going to do something with Biden. They're going to make him the front runner, or they're propping him up for something. He's not done yet, right? You know, there's no way Bernie's going to beat Trump. I'm sorry. He doesn't have the name recognition, which is, antithetical to fucking politics. Unfortunately, I wish it wasn't, but that's just the way it is. Name recognition is a big factor, and the Trump name is just everyone knows it, and it's often been known with excellence. That's why he put solid fucking gold bricks on the sides of buildings and shit. Like, like that's just what he do. Like,
Steelhead.
like that's Trump for you. And he's always been a true businessman. That's another misconception about him. That he's this terrible businessman with. He's got 5 failed businesses. Oh, he's such a terrible businessman. Vince McMahon has like 12 failed businesses, including the main one he's now under, that Triple H is supposed to take over, which is going to be garbage. Triple H is just like, if you know anything about the shit between him and China, he's kind of a shithead, but he's like the poster boy, so no one gave a shit. But yeah, he's kind of a shithead himself. you know. Yeah, wrestling's not going to get better with Triple H. I'm sorry. It's not. It's not going to get better with him in charge.
Anyone hungry then?
It's not. It might get better if Vince gets back in charge. Maybe a little. I mean, that might at least look a little nicer, and they'll get back to fucking wrestling a bit. Instead of just, oh, this drama bullshit, and this drama bullshit, and this celebrity guest star, and this drama bullshit, and just, God, I've stopped watching wrestling a long time ago because it just got so bloody boring. It is, oh, it's terrible. There's no more good stories. Kane had a damn good story. The Undertaker had a damn good story. Triple H had a decent story with the DX thing and all that stuff. But on his own, he was kind of a heel. Like, I don't know, but not in a good way. Not the kind of heel you root for because he's doing his job, but the kind of heel that you're like, you're just a dickhead. What's wrong with you? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, but again, that Nazi Hunter show is just, if you don't know what leftist talking points are, you can probably watch it and not really have a cow, right?
Or a fish.
But if you know what it is, then you know what to look for, and that kind of ruins the surprise, right? Then you're like, oh shit, they never shut up about caring about the women. They never stop saying, well, black women are even more victimized. And there was this one dude, God, I don't remember his name, but it was like on Instagram or something. I saw it on Facebook. It was on Instagram or something, and he's like talking about all these different political things and how it affects your mother or whatever. And in every single one, the mother was the victim in some way or another. Like, it's obvious what side of the spectrum he's on, right? It totally colored his perspective. Like, everything made the woman a victim. And he's like men's rights advocacy. You call your mother a whore. Like, what the fuck does that have to do with human rights again? Like, it's in the name. Again, let me explain this to people. It's in the name. Men's rights, advocacy, activism, whatever. Men's rights. Men are human. Human rights. And every MRA is a WRA, therefore a gender egalitarian. It's all in the same box. What is a feminism? What is a feminist? Someone who feminisms. Someone who feminizes. It doesn't tell you what it does in the name. But this is the etymology of the word feminism, right? This is what Charles Fourier, the guy who coined the fucking word, this is what he wanted it to mean. Judging a society by how it treats women. If that is true, we have been in a feminist utopia since, God, at least the 90s. At least. With VAWA and violence against women and all this other shit. We've at least been in some feminist utopia since the 90s. Probably since the 60s. Because that's when we really started judging the merit of a culture by how it treats women. And ironically, on the, I think it's the VAWA map, or the map, it's a green map, but it's a map about like how nations treat their women based on women's rights and stuff. Totally doesn't look at men's rights whatsoever fucking ever. Men's rights is a foreign concept to these human beings, right? And you know, again, they're just like, but for some reason, the whiter the nation, the more. If you look at the chart, I forget what it's called, but if you look at the chart, the more white a nation is, the more rights it has for women.
That's set.
So if you really care about developing nations, yeah, adopt a more gender egalitarian view that includes men's rights. Not just men's rights that feminists claim that's ever we want to fucking do, which they're fucking lying, but an actual egalitarian, these are both sides of the argument. Then you will start seeing black nations
That
have
is a fish.
a little less difficulty with the whammons. Because then you'll see they treat everyone like shit. Not just women. You know, so yeah. Funny that. Are those birds? That's a fucking eagle. Holy shit. Let me put away my fucking shit. That's a fucking eagle. Telescopic lens. Yeah, Chelsea ain't said nothing.
Okay.
Those are fucking eagles. Eagles. But anyways, again, it's just, you know, I want to debunk as many lies as I can in this stream. You know, but again, like the notion, and the whole notion of we was Kangs, I know that kind of came as a joke out of the black supremacy group that's going on, you know, with the Kangs and everything. Like, I get that, but, I mean, these people are laughable. They genuinely believe all of Shakespeare's plays were written by a 6-year-old black girl. Right? Because black girls are just the smartest, most intelligent beings on the planet, apparently. Especially when they're 6 fucking years old. You know, like, jeez. You know. Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah.
Come on, girl. One more time.
Just tell them that we wish we was here and everything, and, you know, try not to breathe in too deeply. That's all I can say. Maybe take a shower when he gets home or something. He was telling me the other day that his favorite gyms were closed, and there's like one gym opened up like 2 towns over from where he lives, and it's like, and he doesn't want to go to that one because everyone in the past 3, 4, 5 towns is gonna go to that one fucking gym. Eat pronghorn dough. I've already got pronghorn. I got plenty of pronghorn. And you know pronghorn. Pronghorn. Porky. Nancy Walker. Okay. Oh, by the way, I just saw this. The map you put on the background for the
No
Kryscade
visitors. Keep moving.
is the map of the bowler too. Yeah, like in red circles that mark where there's bowls. Oh crap, they're shooting at me. Let's have a shootout. Dynamite arrows. I don't use those enough. Springfield. Ooh. Hola, senor. Climb, you bastard. Oh yeah, I can't climb it, but I can get up right next to the damn hoisting point. Can't hoist. Oh my god. Ninjas! That's really funny. Yeah, I'm losing health core, but that's just because I'm wearing like a wool vest, fucking swamp. Too much for a fucking skin vest, apparently. Oh, that's right. Ah. Come on, punch me up there. Oh crap. Hide me behind there. Ah crap, keep me over there. Oh. Bad time to miss. Ow. Get your head out. Oh, right in the dick. Alright, good. Oh, okay. Ow, God. Oh, I can feel that wad of something in my deep in my ear canal. A long time ago, I was at a doctor's appointment with Colonel Scott and back at Travis, and he like flushed my ear with saline and pulled out this solid. It looked like a little round stone pebble. It was solid, pitch black, wax, and God knows what else. And he pulled it straight out of my ear hole, and it just, yeah. And ever since, I swear I get them regularly. I have to have one now. It sure as hell feels like I have one. Yeah, should have boxed it that way. Big one. Ooh, right there you go. There it is. He says, Christopher. Raymond. Ah, son of a bitch. Son. Can't use the bullet. Fire ammo. Most pure. Oh shit, really? Oh, is he asking? Not to my knowledge. I mean, it said there is. Like in the chat or something? Like, I'm not following. Maybe I need to do something.
I don't know who he is. I'm like, you're getting message. Can't read my review.
No, he went to school with us.
But here, have a link.
Oh, is it getting steamy because of all the fire? Yeah, probably. I see what you did there. Oh, these are so this is a Delobo camp. Okay. Yeah, I become invested in by osmosis. Relax. Okay. You up there, you shit skin son of a bitch. Oh, right in the eye. Say goodbye, horse. Dying ain't much of a living, boy.
Nasty business.
Quick terrorizing thieves landing.
Yeah, that's basically what this is. Actually, I think that is what this is. Dude. Look, I was just going for a stroll, and then these sumbitches started shooting, and I was like, you know what? Let's have some fun. I'm only a dick when people deserve it. I had no idea how historically the word dick associated like rude behavior with genitals. Is that not some symptom of, you know, the kind of, you know, we think men are Satan aspect I've been talking about? Like, you know, I don't know.
I'm running two things on there.
Yeah. Let's check the boat. Don't knock the boat over. Check the boat. Okay. Maybe there's some. Maybe I go through a door or something? Nope, obviously not. Go up here. Gotta be some stash here somewhere. That'd be cool if I could drive this damn boat. No, I have to buy a license with premium money. Yeah, I have to buy a license with premium money. Oh, here we go. Wow.
Oh, well, it's good now. It real dark now.
It real dark now. Oh, here we go. Ooh, gold nugget. Hello. 2 gold nuggets.
Yeah, I'll see you from there.
Get on shotgun shells. Yeah, this water is trippy as shit. It's like soul water. Or that water fucking Liu Kang used to kill Sub-Zero in that movie.
Or it's like the mineral water from Creativerse.
Yeah, the mineral water from Gator. Well, let me just swim in it and I'll heal.
Damn right.
Is all this... Oh, there's a chest there. Is that all there was 2 gold nuggets? Apparently the fuck so! Okay. Wowzer,
Yay,
that's
gold.
depressing. Yeah, gold. Yeah, pretty much. So I'm on a boat. It's kind of interesting.
So it was like Sheridan's. It was like Sheridan's YouTube is like thing for today.
Oh.
Just remind me of that.
It's okay. Yeah. I don't avoid him. You know, I'm always doing something.
Talk to your friend, bitch.
Or I forget or whatever.
Sheridan, make him talk to you.
Oh, my horse can... Oh god, no! Oh, my horse can swim, huh? How did my horse get all the way the hell over there? Watch me like kick over a fish.
Magic.
Come on, hop up there. There you go. Walking, nope, not even close. How'd you get over here? Gotta bloody rearrange my horse. I just killed everyone just for fun. That's what a true outlaw does. Yeah.
I'm just playing a good guy.
Well, I am a good guy. I killed a bunch of bad guys. That's the logic of the West. They were bad because they were a Mexican gang.
Right.
Yeah. Even though half of them were white. See, even the Mexican bad guys have to be white. Like,
Well, it's not like they're half white.
no, I'm talking about white people in the Mexican gang. Well, yeah, oh, a great fox. Yeah,
Well, technically, there's more than you think.
well, yeah, they're half white if you consider Spaniard white, which half the people
We have
don't.
this conversation.
I know we have, and I agree with whatever I agreed with. I forgot what I agreed with, but
That there are.
yeah, that they are white, or, but a lot of people consider Mediterranean to be a race.
Easy.
Like Greek and Italian, and like those are Mediterranean because they're much tanner and they look different and they sound different and their faces are different. There's different things about them. You've got the Mediterraneans, then you've got the Northern Europeans and the Europeans and all that stuff.
So, Chris, has your fighting skills increased since you sparred in the shooting? I think that's what that was.
Let me see.
That's what it's called.
In the
Shooting. That's what I'm saying.
Shubin. I don't remember what the Shubin was. I mean, as far as fighting and sparring skills, I mean,
You okay,
I've
girl?
kept up as best as I
Go.
can. I mean, I'm getting, with my disorder, I get older faster. I get arthritis at a young age, and my joints lock up sooner
Hey.
and things of that nature. What?
You got stronger.
Well, yeah, I got stronger muscle-wise, but my joints
Yeah,
are getting
but-
weaker.
I mean, that may be so, but you're still stronger.
Well, yeah, because this one keeps me active, but that's beside the point. I mean, again, as far as like combat skills, I mean, I still practice. I still practice the martial arts and stuff, and I practice with the staff and things of that nature. But that's kind of it, really. Can you stop that woman?
I love you.
In your suggestive ways.
I love you.
Just crazy harlot. Anyway.
The gym at Vanden.
Oh, that Schubin, yeah. Jeez, I've been abandoned. I've been abandoned so long. They kicked me out of that school because everyone was afraid I'd go fucking medieval on some people.
Should've.
I probably should have, yeah. Although the funny thing is, one of the guys who bullied me a lot, and I kicked his ass quite a few times, but that's that point.
Who's fucking with you?
I don't know. I think he had a crush on me. And I say that genuinely because he turned out to be gayer than a San Francisco truck stop. Like, just saying. Like,
Gotcha.
he turned, like, I saw him, like, a couple of years after high school, and he was, wow, he was as flamboyant as humanly fucking possible. Had an afro, had the weird pants that looked like they caressed the ass.
Is he as flamboyant as some of my gay friends?
Yes.
Just as or worse?
Probably around the same beat, I'd say.
Okay.
But yeah, like, he always kept fucking with me, and he kept calling me faggot. Lo and behold, he ends up being the one that likes dick more, so, who knew? Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I'm bi, but it's, I don't know, I'm like a quarter gay at this point. Oh, lightning, oh god. Freak out horse.
Dude, I think you're actually less than that.
Yeah, I'm probably less than that at this point.
Probably like 5%.
Yeah. Wow. From 20%, no, 25% to 5%. Wow.
That's more than I can say. Fuck.
Yeah, it's true. Are we still technically bi then? Like, if we...
Yeah, actually we are.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Like, because if you're like 3% Indian, then you're not Indian, you know what I mean?
Chris dressed as an assassin on Halloween and went around putting a fake knife in people's throat.
I don't remember any of this, but I'm going to assume that happened, because that sounds metal.
Tell me more about this.
I don't. I mean, I remember when I kind of was like my own assassin kind of character, and I just like like screwed with people, but I didn't like hold anyone hostage because of what you're making it sound like.
Well, what I'm picturing is you literally having a fake knife that like goes down.
No, I didn't have
Like a
any.
spring-loaded?
I didn't have any knives on me at all.
Well, I'm talking about like a spring-loaded one that's fake and used for
Yeah.
fake stabbing.
Well, yeah,
That's-
I didn't even have that. Yeah, I had no knives on me because people know me that I actually use knives, and I actually know knives pretty well. Swords mostly, but knives as well.
Yeah, but why don't you use them on me?
You and your kink, I swear. It's all about beat me daddy that and cut me daddy this and
I love you.
I love you too. You God.
I just like making you blush during these things.
How can I not just be like, you know, be gone thoughts? Like how can I not?
Yeah, but I'm your thought.
But remember, that's a deeply misogynistic remark. Deeply. It just,
Deeply
it
misogynistic
writes
connotation.
with misogyny because we just hate the women so much.
Well, I have internalized misogyny, so does it really matter?
Yeah, that's like that's like the closest thing she can do to call you, again, a word that's origin means black. Figure that out. Figure out what word that is.
It should remind you of an African country.
Yeah. Named Niger
Niger.
Niger. Is it Niger or is it Niger?
It's either that or it's like Niger, or something like
Is it Nigaruni?
Oh.
Is it? I don't know what it is. I'm unused to words.
What's this place coming to?
I mean, I did used to troll people when I was like a teenager, just to fuck with people. But like, I don't really do that anymore.
that.
Well, okay.
Yes, you do.
Okay. I do it on Facebook, but that's about it.
I'm just like, oh, are you trolling? But yes, you do.
Yeah, I do
You
it on
can't
Facebook.
tell me that you don't.
I definitely do it on Facebook.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If I come down there, can we have a three? What? No.
What?
No.
Sheridan.
No. What? No.
I want to be in the middle. Oh God.
No.
that wasn't a three-way joke. That was he's hot for Daddy Chris joke.
Bitch, he's fine.
That's what that was. Yeah, I'm kind of attached to this hip, so to say. This hippo mine. Yeah, he's straight. Yeah, he just pretends to be gay just to fuck with people. Kind of like what Cautious did. Yeah. Yeah, same thing. Yeah.
Okay.
You just
Not so worried.
you just pretend to be gay just to like. And I respect men who are like so confident in their heterosexuality that they're like, I'm gonna pretend to be gay just to fuck with people. You know, like just to make them go, wait a minute, like, you know, like I really respect that.
I'm looking for my mate Gavin.
God, look at these chops, God.
Chris.
Somebody
What?
help me.
Random ass Pokemon joke. Where the
Gav?
fuck do I find quick balls?
Gav?
One of the dudes in the
I've
wild
lost my
area.
That's what I've
friend.
been looking for.
Yeah, I
Somebody
forget
help
which
me,
one
please.
and where, but yeah, one of the dudes do.
You suck.
Which are Lemmy chops. I think that's a little too much Lemmy. This is, I think, just enough Lemmy. We didn't have them too big.
Has
Yeah,
anyone
hell, I'll make
seen
chops as big as
Gavin?
possible and mustache as big as possible. Fuck it. He did a 10. Look at this mustache, God. This is a man's mustache. Oh, I'm gonna get rid of all the chops just to show you. Look at this glorious golden goddess. I mean, Adonis. Wrong word. Glorious golden
I was gonna
Adonis.
say, I'm like, I'm not here.
I'm right
looking for
here.
Gavin.
Yeah. No, women aren't vain. No, sir. No. Scratch his nose.
I'm
No.
allowed to be vain.
I lost
Yeah.
I mean,
But yeah, look at this manly mustache. Like
someone must have seen an
that is a
Englishman.
man's
Yes,
mustache.
I'm looking at it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've got a mustache. I've got a beard now. It's all
Does
red.
Sheridan actually look at you with a beard?
I don't know. I think I told him last time, but I don't
Hey,
remember.
have you looked at Chris with a beard?
Yeah. I'm El Beardo.
I'm looking for my friend.
Oh, looking for my friend Gavin. Fuck.
Gavin.
Everyone's looking for Gavin.
Ugh, where the hell are you?
Ah, jeez. Handlebar. You okay? She just skedaddled the dick on out of here. Okay, that's good.
How's everything with you?
Jesus. Oh, it's not burning, is it? Okay, good.
Why, hello. How do you do?
Let's check out the Imperial Cheese Broth.
Howdy.
Lag, good God.
Careful there.
Hey, careful now.
Hello, for a show, I presume?
Buy a ticket.
Ticket, please.
God, back when
Why
the
don't you
ticket
head
was
directly
50
behind
cents
you
for
through
the
those
theater.
doors?
Always sit in the back row. Unless it's that theater on the airbase, in which case sit as close to the front as fucking possible. So here we go, talk about the marvels of technology. Oh, how are these not like the Fallout Pip-Boy cartoons? Like, oh god. Actually, fucking Fallout Pip-Boy probably came from these kinds of cartoons, like the style and everything. Oh god, I remember those machines. I mean, I've read about those machines. Yes, read about them. Yeah. Well, that was kind of cute. I feel like we just watched a commercial. Okay, whatever.
Hope we'll see you again. Hey,
Blackwater.
watch it.
Yeah, how you making out?
You watch it, you rat bastard.
Full belly and an empty dick.
It,
Good to hear.
I hope that didn't broadcast. God, what's with the lag?
Much on this.
Well, hey there.
I'm
It's
here to
nice
gamble
see you.
money.
Mister?
Yes, poker. Yeah, well. Hey, you just pay to play. You don't, like... I don't know. Will you shut up about the 12 grand I don't have no more? Oh, you have a lumberjack beard now? Yeah, I vaguely saw that, but then forgot all about it.
Sometimes I let my workers beat me. Good for morale.
I don't want to talk about it.
I sure don't feel the weight of the day lifting off my shoulders.
Where's the 21 grand the government owed me? Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Ooh, 710. Okay. I always raise a
Let's try
little,
that then.
just to keep it interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Nah.
Let's try this out.
Does this bet please your majesties?
Well, looky here. You really want to play.
Two, three, jack.
Well,
7-10.
Sure.
I'll call. Ah, wow. 4-2-3. Wow.
I don't want to make this too serious.
I'm not wasting my time if that's the
Oh
take.
god, he raised. I thought he was gonna fold. Yeah, I'll call. I know it's a terrible idea, but fuck it. I'm in this to play. I'm not in this for the money. Oh, another. Wait, another 3? Oh, I don't have. Oh, holy crap! Jack high diamond flush. Oh, I do, because I have a diamond. Okay, so I'm doing better than I thought I would. Sweet. Yeah, we're the one about the beard.
That's all I'll part with.
How's that gonna help me if I win?
Sorry.
Okay.
I got nothing.
Haha! Jack
See
high
those
diamond
numbers
flush.
very often.
Okay.
The Chris wins.
This boy.
Chauncey and his wife living in separate places. That's real.
Let's go here.
I like how they actually portrayed the women as also like not liking foreigners. It wasn't just the men
They
that
call
did
this
that, you know.
relaxing?
You know, you look like you should be guarding a bridge.
Call.
Ooh, pair of aces. Oh boy.
Sometimes frugality is a virtue.
Tarnation.
You never sound that excited when I try doing anything to you.
Will you shush? Pair of aces is a hell of a hand.
Let's make this game a little richer, shall we?
595. Oh, he went all in. Oh
ain't
shit.
you a bold one?
Okay then.
Pair of aces.
Here. Nothing here.
Queen high.
I know.
King high. Oh
Well,
boy.
ain't you just a lucky one?
Let's see what the cards are.
Afraid
10, 8,
I got
6.
this.
Pair of aces. Queen high spade flush. Ace high spade flush. Yes.
Those are some figures.
Yep. No less
Wow.
than
I
deserve.
am raking it in.
That's it for me.
Oh god.
Do you?
Yeah. That just
Wait,
came out of
I
nowhere.
didn't even start yet.
Okay.
Where's my inhaler?
I don't know where you said it.
No, I don't know where I said it either.
I think it's over there.
This
Oh,
is fun,
okay.
huh?
Need it?
No, I'm
Missus would
good.
be right angry if she saw me here.
It's good to know where it is, though, just in case. But wow, everyone backed out except for this one dude. I got $13. Wow. 7 and a 6.
There you go.
Sorry, I
call.
deafened y'all with my corona cough.
Yeah.
People
No,
now
I've got
this
asthma
mass,
and
some
lung
mystery
allergies
behind
and
it.
shit.
Some
It's
don't
not
believe
corona.
Well, you're not coughing.
Yeah,
How are you doing?
it hits me. I get weird coughing spells sometimes. God, pair of kings on the fucking floor. Jesus. God.
Other folks are waiting to play, you know.
I'll fold.
Huh. A win's a win.
Yeah, I'm just not seeing it being made. Actually, I'll leave because I've got like 12 bucks out of this. I gained
Hopefully I
$7
win something this time around.
Good game.
from winning 2
I'm
hands,
off.
and like, there's one dude left playing by himself. Oh, that's funny.
Well, how can I help you, friend?
Peach cobbler, prairie chicken. Rather prairie.
Prairie chicken, please.
Well, what can you do?
Ale made me supper. Thanks to the lovely ale. Oh, someone's breaking through the fucking floorboards. Let's see if I can get a bite of this real quick. Mm. Mm. Wow. Very good. How do I get up
Morning,
here?
sir.
What the fuck?
I'm not one to gossip, but I hear Grover's been sleeping next
Morning,
to
sir.
the pig again.
Pass.
Not again.
I don't know. You know me, I'm used to being
Pleasant
homeless.
morning.
It's kind of a, I don't know.
You're not homeless, dude.
I know, but I don't know. You just get used to it. Yeah, but still. How the hell do I get down from here? Do I just jump from the
All right, let's see
rafters,
your
or?
bets. Let's see how it does.
Bets are
Yeah,
now closed.
long
Here
enough,
we
I
go.
guess.
Your Mr. Harden left town last night and took that whore with him.
Right around, yeah. I'm well, off and on throughout. It would
Do you
be
have to follow me around like this?
closer to that. Yeah, if we're talking like off and on,
What is the
because it was
reason
pretty
for
off and
this?
on.
Mind how you
I'm
go.
just trying to get through, dickhead.
Careful there.
You know, like it was a very off and on event, and you know, I went to so many houses and stayed at so many places. It just, yeah.
Good
Actually,
morning
I think
to
it was
you.
longer than that, but I'm not sure. I have no idea where the lodging is on this place.
Morning.
Yeah, let's go to the lodging.
Can I get a room? It's all yours. Enjoy.
Oh, it's up. Oh, it's upstairs. Great.
My men were bringing in a load
Hello.
of timber, and damned if they didn't.
Good morning.
So here we are in the hotel. Wait, is that the spot? Nope. No, it's not. Not even close. I think it's probably back over there. Yeah. I don't know. I kind of want to talk about some myths and things because you know everyone seems to think that the Nazis were right wing, and you know, but trust me, it's either you were what?
You're talking about fascist commies and
Yeah,
the
fascist
world.
commies. Yeah, but that's essentially what the Nazis were. They were fascist commies. I mean, essentially, like you know, and it's funny because it's typically socialists who refuse to admit that that is any form of socialism. There's such a disconnect between the two. They fucking hate each other, but they're practically the same thing, except one's global and one's for an ethno state. That's the only real difference. And God, do they not like? Do they not like each other? Holy crap! They do not like each other at all. You know, they're like the worst enemies, but they basically believe the same shit. You know, to celebrate the workers' union and to make everything go through the state and to have the state in control of everything and to have the ultimate leader take control of the farms and take control of everything and nationalize this and nationalize that and you know make this the workers movement, and it's all the same shit except one wants to take over the world and kill more people and the other just wants to take over the surrounding area and breed more people. That's really the only difference. Mm. But anyways, but yeah, Chelsea, you should definitely get that Switch. It's, although I will say this, the Joy Cons are kind of funky.
Most of the new ones have it mostly fixed.
Most of the new ones are fixed, but
This was one of the first ones.
one of the first, more of the first ones that were made were, I mean, they're kind of recalling some of them because the Joy Cons drift on their own, and we got this one game on there. It's like a dungeon crawler. It's kind of a cool game, but like I've never died in combat. I always die in the fucking lava right next to the damn keys, and you got to collect like 8 keys to progress a level, and it only saves once you progress a level. So it's like, it just yeah, it's fucking. It's just kind of wish they told me that, but whatever. Nothing's been coming up. Be right back. All right, got a couple watching. Arrow. A Ving, a kickdom. I like that. What, you thought Chelsea was? Oh, no kidding. They have the same last name. I just realized that. Chelsea and Cedric have the same last name. That's why he thought it was Cedric. I just realized that. I did not know that. Well, Chelsea, if you think you're related to a black man in California, then yeah. But anyways, I've said this before in a previous chat, and I'll say it again. Hate is stupid. Hating people is stupid. It really is. It's stupid to hate people, right? No matter who you hate is going to end up in your family, right? And like I can't stand these people, but I don't hate nobody, like for real. Maybe the people who actually deserve it, maybe, but even that, it's difficult for me to hate people. But yeah,
How many people you even hate? You even hate anybody?
not really. Not even people who abused me. And I have every right to hate them, but I just don't. I don't know. I mean, you're more rational than I am. You're more willing to be unforgiving, and I just want to forgive everybody. I don't know why. It's a fault of mine. I always want to forgive people and help people, and you know. I think that's why I like Christians a lot, because that's typically what they want to do. You know, they typically want. I mean, they want to spread the light of Jesus because Jesus saved them in some way. Jesus healed them in some way, and they want to heal and save other people. And that makes perfect sense. Communists just want to spread their shit because they just want fucking some weird sense of childlike justice enacted on the world. Oh wow. Unplug the computer. Oh god. See if I can get a drink. Oh, my knees. Oh god. Oh jeez.
Excuse you.
I know, right? Oh god. I'm all full of bones today.
Who's still here?
What day is today?
The 20.
No, the day, not the date.
Oh, Sunday.
Taking my pills. My pills. Where's the Deloxidine?
Oh shit, you never gave it to me.
No.
You never gave me your Deloxidine, dude.
I thought I did. I could have sworn I did.
Check over there.
It's right here.
Then why the fuck didn't you give it to me?
I gave it. I could have sworn I did, woman. Okay, well let me grab one and.
Then you give me your box.
No, you give me your box.
I'd like to.
Yeah, I know you would.
But somebody.
Shush. Don't blame my genetics for what's wrong with me.
Okay, Edie.
Yeah, EDS. You forgot the S.
I know what I said.
No, it really is EDS. It's not that.
I wonder.
The plumbing still works. It's not that. I love how we're just broadcasting this to God knows it. God knows who.
I'll let you care.
Yeah.
I definitely don't care.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to not talk about my pecker on live air, but whatever. Shoot the letters, I guess.
It wouldn't be the worst thing that's come up online.
Yeah, that's true.
Have you met me?
Yeah, that's fair.
I still cannot believe that you fucking forgot your own Deloxidine.
Yeah.
I was just too tired to fucking notice as much. Okay, that looks good.
Mm. Ah. Slurp.
Slurp with the Loxatine.
Slurp the happy pills. Fucking.
I already took my happy pills today.
Actually, I'll just, for the sake of whoever the hell actually pays attention to this damn show in the future. Let's see. I've got, in the morning, I've got an Oxy, a Norco, a Deloxatine, which is a brain thingy, 2 Risperidone, which is for my Tourette's, and
Collagen.
a collagen pill. And then on the night, in the night, I have 1 Risperidone, another Oxy, another Norco, because God knows I need more drugs, and another Deloxatine, and a gastrointestinal pill that prevents me from dying of the gut cramp. You know, and yeah, I know women love to bitch about how they have it worse because periods and this, that, and the other. Here's the thing.
Dude, you worry about me when I'm on mine.
Well, yeah, I worry about you, but that's because I worry about your health and well-being. It's not because, like, I think periods are the worst thing to ever happen to anybody.
Well, yeah, I know, but you still worry.
Well, yeah. It's just because I care about you. That's all it is, really. You know.
If you chew on any wires, cat, I'm gonna smack you. Now eat your fucking food.
You sounded like that one woman in the Hunter show. That was what was she? The Australian Jewish, Polish, Russian.
Oh, the grandma.
Yeah, the grandma. Yeah,
What accent?
Had no idea what accent she was going for. She was just
because I can do a Russian accent better than she can.
Yeah, she was Polish, Russian, Australian, fucking like Jewish, fucking like from Manhattan, from New York, from Bronx, from the Queens. Like you had no idea where the fuck her accent was coming from. Like most of the accents in that show suck. There's like 1 or 2 decent German accents. Kind of. Like one of them was good for like 5 seconds, then he fucks it up entirely. And then the other one was actually pretty good, but it was like a mediocre kind of good. It wasn't like a good. It was like a mediocre kind of good. So it, like, I don't know. Like, but those are the only accents they nail. Like the rest of them just make no sense. Like you're listening to these characters like, so you're a Manhattan, Bronx, Queens Jew? Maybe? Okay. Like you're just,
I don't know.
Yeah, you're just confused about it, really. Let's talk about some of our favorite things.
Both of ours?
Yeah. I mean, obviously my favorite color is green for anyone that knows me.
No, nobody knows it at all. Totally.
Yeah, I'm a mist in the wind.
My favorite color is purple.
Huh? She cooks a mean noodle.
Bitch, I excel at anything I cook.
Yeah, that's true.
The hell you mean?
I mean, I'm an okay cook. I'm not confident enough to be a cook anymore. I've lost my confidence since I was 12. Don't you say anything. Since you've been gone, since you've been gone.
Do you really have to make those jokes on the live stream?
Yes.
Oh,
It's how I cope. But anyways, the day someone doxes me and releases that information, y'all are gonna be like, wow, that was dark.
yeah.
like the day something like that happens, and it will, trust me. I step on too many toes not to be doxed one day.
Yeah, everybody's gonna be like, why did you do that to a poor man?
Oh, for you?
No, for you.
Oh, yeah.
Like, because you're disabled.
Oh, yeah.
And you were...
Horrifically abused, yeah.
Yeah. So, I
Yeah.
mean, you got double whammy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I get along with my folks pretty well, but we didn't always have the best relationship, you know? I mean, it was kind of shoots and ladders for a time. But everything's good now, and we all get along and all that stuff, and I love them a lot. But, you know, I mean, the abuse I went through wasn't really from my parents, really. You know? It was mostly from other people, other kids, mostly. So... But again, I definitely know what it's like to see what women are capable of. I never bought this notion that women were all goddesses and queens and they could do no wrong. It's this weird, like, religious simping that people do. I've never understood it. Because I've seen firsthand what a woman can do with a false allegation, or with a knife, or with a glucose meter, or with a gun, or with pointing the finger, you know, all sorts of different stories I read about.
I don't see what you're doing.
Okay, I get it. Your character is kind of like the husky harlot. I get that. But, like, you don't have to harlot it up on my harloting streams, you harlot. I just wanted to see how many times I could say harlot. No, but nothing.
Also, I just sold a rare bone for 11,111.
Sweet.
So see? 11111.
Yeah.
One once.
$111.11. That's how much that is. Yeah, I just found out, like, the Pokemon currency is like, just pull the comma one number to the right, and you got fucking dollars and cents. Like, I had no idea that was the case. It was so bizarre.
I was actually telling my boss about that, and she's like,
Yeah. I like your new boss. She's cool.
oh yeah, she's hella cool. Okay, you know what? Speaking of really weird things, I had a really weird ass fucking dream. And it was like I was still working up at my old job and my old boss was there.
Oh god.
And well, no, I was actually not working up. I was actually working at my new job. And my old boss was there. So it was like the weirdest fucking thing ever. It has something to do with like, well, fine, you can do this, but expect to get called in. And I'm like, what?
Okay.
I don't know what the thing was about, but it's like, okay, psycho.
Something psycho. Something. This song is annoying. No, you're annoying.
You're annoying.
Well, boom, bitch, get out the way. I'm secretly black, don't you know? Maybe I shouldn't say that because I just revealed that one day I'll be doxxed. Everything was a lie. Yeah. Nothing. What color vest should I bloody do? Well, not with us, but I'm talking like when people find out my ethnicity and my race and my heritage and my color and my creed and my code and my specs and the fact that I'm as centrist as a fucking sundial. You know, like, holy crap.
Wonder how many big pearls I had? 13.
Oh, wow. A lot of them things.
Oh, yeah.
Don't want classic. Yeah, maybe classic. Nah, do the opulent. I'm just dressing things up. I don't bloody know. I mean, recently I've been doing mostly like hour to 2 hour long videos. Nothing too big or crazy or nothing. But I mean, I kind of want to go back to doing the 3 to 4 hour ones. I mean, we're approaching 2 hours now, so you know, I mean, I guess we can just kind of relax a little and eat supper and talk and all that stuff. Yeah, sure. Jeez. Actually, yeah, if that's the case, then we'll log off here shortly and everything. Here's to kind of throw in some extra lies and everything. This idea that feminism is about equality, right? This, even though it doesn't say it's the egalitarian movement, because if you try to call yourself egalitarian around a feminist, they will flip their bean hats and basically chew on them. And again, you know, now people assume the men's rights movement isn't about equality because in the name, again, it's, you know, you don't have to listen to the name of feminism because it's really about equality, but you have to listen to the name of men's rights because it says it's not about equality. You know what I mean? Like, it's this pick and choose, turn left or right, you know, you can go at green kind of bullshit. But all men's rights is human rights, legal rights. That's it. That's the myth. Right? That's the mythology of men's rights. It's not some magical hate group designed to subjugate the whammons back to the 50s like they always think it's going to fucking happen but never does. No, it's this, we want men to be treated with a modicum of decency. It's not like they invented fucking everything like the internet and TV and peanut butter and okay. A crumb of decency, please. Yeah, no kidding.
Instead of crumb of pussy, it's like, please, a crumb of decency.
Crumb of decency. They're just begging for them decency crumbs, yeah. Jeez. Begging for them decency crumbs. Oh, God. Oh, it's in there. Dolier. Uh-huh. Some of the accessories I got. I like this one the best. The clip with a bunch of big ass feathers in it. Good for me, indeed. A crumb, please. I just need a crumb.
No crumb for you.
No crumb for you. Yeah.
Because you don't give me any.
But that's not relevant.
Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah. No, it ain't.
Yes, it is. You don't give me none, so I mean...
A crumb of the dick, please. A crumb of the dick. And I do too give you some. I gave you some fucking... Why are we talking about this? I gave you some recently. God, you just always are insatiable. And I'm old.
Well, learn to pick it up. No, that's not because it's heavy.
What if it is heavy?
You ever heard your dick slap against the bed once or twice, and that was the only time I've ever heard that thing possibly weigh something.
You and your explicitness. Oh my God! Yeah, just talk about my urethra while we're at it, and
hey,
my lack of foreskin.
And
my lack of foreskin because doctors wanted to get cut happy one day.
Hey, Hey, you're the one who told me to be the way I am.
Yeah.
So I'm being the way I am. And this is the way I am.
Yeah. Sex mad harlot that you are.
Oh, don't tell me you don't like it.
That's fair. I do enjoy it, but sometimes I'm just like, let me just rest in peace.
You love
God.
me.
Ugh.
You love me.
I'm old.
You love me.
My bones hurt.
Bitch, you best love me.
My wiener hurts sometimes too.
Okay. I'll make it better.
You always say that. I love you too. God. Oh, well, I was talking. I'm sorry. I love you. Oh yeah, no, you're gonna be mad at me. Yeah. You see, everyone's gonna see how you're always such a meanie pants, and I'm the nice, innocent whammon. I mean, human. I mean, fuck. Yeah. I was pulling an Amber Heard. Yeah. Who will not be losing her job, by the way. Fucking equality, that is. You know, Johnny's accused of something. Let's destroy his fucking career that he's had for 20 plus years. Right? God knows how. He debuted in what, a movie in the fucking 80s? Like, he's been around since the 80s, and yeah, late 80s. Yeah, 80, 85, 86, 87. Yeah, since 87, and he's been doing movies ever since. And he has a role. One of the main roles he got fired from, that he's now back on, luckily, is a role that started in like 2001.
Actually, I would have said no, but watch your business crumble.
Yeah, that would have been. I get why he didn't say no, because he loves the character. He loves the act. He has fun with it.
Character, but
Yeah.
still would say, fuck
But
you.
that would have been such a golden moment in human history if he just said, "Watch your movie crumble without me. Good fucking luck," and just walked out the door. Oh, that, like, the definition of big dick energy would have sufficed from that man's ether. Like, I
He already
swear.
has it, dude.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry to say, but he already has it.
Yeah, like all teenage girl. And here's partly why no one believed he was an abuser. Every teenage girl on the planet wants to fuck him. That's why. Do you really think Joe Ugly, some fat ugly guy who basically gets very expensive prostitutes, do you think he would? Oh, yeah, no kidding. Whoops. Yeah, you think he'd get any sympathy whatsoever? Yeah, think again. Because he's a scumbag. If begging for sex makes you a scumbag, when are we going to start executing the fucking male feminist types? When are we going to start executing them for being scum? When are we going to start sending them to gulags and camps and shit for being scummy with women? When are we going to start doing that? Because at this point, anyone's open for fucking grabs. Anyone. Okay? If your due process is gone, they point a finger, you're in jail. Goodbye. Do not pass go. You're fucked. Take it up the ass. Have a good time. That's it. That's all you got. You shut up. I love you, but damn, woman.
Are you complaining?
Yeah. No, this is pretty funny.
You're just like,
Yeah.
why'd you do it?
This is pretty funny. But again, everyone is convinced. And I'll say my fucking name, the Weinstein guy, Harvey, whatever the fuck his name is. He, they, with no evidence, right, ask the fucking female juror, or not juror, what's the legal name for the person that's on your side in court? Like when you're the defendant. Is it prosecution? Is that it?
I know.
Is it prosecution? I forget what the word is.
Prosecutor?
Yeah, I think prosecutor. The prosecutor, or the no, it's not prosecutor. It's like the lawyer on your side, the defender. I think the defender or the defendant, something like that. Imagine the defending lawyer on your side, protecting you and your human rights that no one is allowed to advocate for, right? Imagine that person admitting openly to God and everyone, there is no evidence here. Where is your evidence? And all anyone says is, yeah, he did it. Yeah, he did it. Yeah, he did it. Without corroborating any story whatsoever. They just all point the finger simultaneously. And then you go to jail. No trial. Nothing. You're fucked. You have no rights whatsoever. You don't. Sorry, you can't advocate for your rights because that's a hate group. That's the shit people are fucking dealing with online. And, well, in person, too. I've dealt with that shit in person. You know, I had a friend who was a feminist. If I could even call her a friend. She was always trying to one-up me. Was always trying to make me seem like the bad guy for some reason. Probably because she knew I cared about human rights. That's usually what pisses them off. And, yeah, according to her, and again, I'm a big history guy, you know, studied it my entire life. I know a lot about it. You know, she claimed that no one cared about the WASPs. The WASPs were irrelevant. No one liked them. Everyone thought they were garbage because they were women. They hated them because they were women. It's all because they were women and women and women. Women are victims. Women are victims. Women are victims. That's all they ever fucking talk about. Women are victims. And I said, actually, they're the reason we have an Air Force in the first place. Because they were doing shows and shit in the States and getting major money funding from the government. And major money funding, you know, for a mixed gendered Air Force, right? Because of the WASPs, you know, the airplane performers and stunt pilots and stunt drivers and all that stuff that you see on, that kind of stuff that you see in air shows, like on air bases and stuff. Like I used to live on Travis Air Force Base, right? And you know, they would have an air show like every couple of years or whatever. I almost went to the last one, but I kind of couldn't because I was kind of sick that day. But anyways, that was like a year or two ago. And, you know, the last time they had an air show, you know, and again, the air shows, you know, they have fighter jets and jet pilots and engines flying through the air and doing flips and tail spins and wing spins and vertical dives and all these crazy cool kooky fucking crazy cool shit going on in the air at Mach speed, right? That started with the WASPs. We wouldn't have that today if it wasn't for the WASPs. Seriously, we wouldn't have that if it wasn't for them. If you want to thank women in history, thank the fucking WASPs. Okay? Thank them, because they actually did a good service to this country. Right? A very good service. Now we have one of the strongest air forces on the fucking planet. You know? For a while, that was Germany. And then the UK and the US kind of teamed forces, and a lot of it had to do with middle management kind of fucking up. You know, that's kind of the truth behind the Nazi Party. They weren't very well coordinated. A lot of them were kind of sycophantic in a sense. They kind of blew themselves over proportion. They thought they were way more grandeur than they really were. Like their fighting forces, for example. But that being said, just because they thought they were king shit doesn't mean that, you know, there wasn't some good tactical geniuses on their side. Because they had some damn good tacticians in the Nazi Party. You know, they had some damn good tacticians. Again, you know, fascism and socialism, both horrible things. Both terrible things. Abso-fucking-lutely. Both bad. Both evil. I'm not supporting one over the other. Yet, if I really had to choose one, if I really had to choose which side I'm going for, I'd probably pick fascism because I'd live longer. My family would live longer. Okay? That's just how it goes. You know, one, you have starvation and genocide. The other, you have some war and some fighting, but you can still eat. And you have a job. You know, so maybe that's why they think it's not real socialism or whatever. Because they want the world to crumble. And the fascists wanted the world to bow to them. Well, more so the region to bow to them, but still. The communists wanted genuine global domination, like full workers' upheaval all across the globe. That's what they fucking wanted. That's what Stalin wanted. And there was this weird myth going on for a while about how Stalin only pretended to be, a big communist supporter, but he wasn't in private. He didn't really talk about it in private. He only talked about it in the press and in the media. Jack bullshit. He was adamant about communism and its glory and its beauty and its reign and its power. He was adamant about all these things, even in private. There were, things have come out about people who spoke to him in private, and he would not shut up about Lenin and communism and the Workers' Union and the Workers' Party and all that and the other. They both care about the workers. Except fascism really cares about the workers, and communism just pretends to care about the workers, except communism really just hates the rich, really, let's be real. They really just hate the rich. But fascists actually care about the working class. They actually do. Now, they end up nationalizing a bunch of things like the banks and the schools and all that. That's how you know Trump isn't a fucking fascist. What did he nationalize? I'll wait. Whoops. He didn't nationalize anything, like, at all. He, if anything, he expanded private enterprise, which Nazism is very opposed to private enterprise, especially in school, especially in markets and marketing and things like that. Private enterprise is kind of frowned upon. You had state enterprise or no enterprise. That was kind of the thing. And that's how you know they were authoritarian to boot, right? But you know that they weren't just right-wing, because they fought for things like animal rights, animals being saved against cruelty, anti-smoking campaigns, people not smoking, but they did fucking cocaine instead. When we talked last time about Privatine, didn't your pop say something more about it that I forgot? I could have sworn he did. But anyways, the Nazis took something called Privatine. That was the drug of the day. It was basically speed, basically. And it would make them super soldiers. They could work twice as hard and be half as tired and get twice as much done and be full of energy and vim and vigor and never get exhausted. It was a super drug, really. It was the Nazi super drug. And thanks to that drug, they won a lot of ground troops. Like, they defeated a lot of ground troops thanks to that drug. Now speed is completely illegal in the States. I don't know why we're not fucking using it to make super soldiers. I don't know. I mean, again, if you want to be the best, damn it. Don't cut corners. But anyways. Again, like there was kind of this weird mist. The mist. There was this weird myth about Stalin, And look, if any communists are dyed in the wool communists, you're going to hate me for this because you know it's going to be true. You are worse than fascism. You are. Your ideology has killed far more people in far longer time span, in far more countries than every form of fascism combined. How many forms of fascism are there? There's the Nazis, which is the German fascism, and there's the Italian fasci, which is only meant for Italians. That was fascism. Mussolini kind of coined the term fascism, all that stuff together. And then Hitler was kind of like, hey, that's an idea. I'm going to nationalize it, right? I'm going to make it for the Workers' Party, of the Workers' Party, to the Workers' Party's end. And Mussolini was more... I don't know too much about Mussolini, so I might be wrong about this. But I think he was more about nationalizing banks and whatnot and kind of helping the economy in that sense. I think I might be wrong. I know more about Hitler than Mussolini, unfortunately. I want to learn more about Mussolini, but it's, I don't know, kind of hard to find sometimes. And all the misinformation about Hitler, holy crap. Like, you people have been fed so many lies in your, American system. And I'm blaming American system. And unfortunately, I can't say much good about the European system that I'm used to. I can't say much about that because, fuck, I mean, you know, they refuse to teach about Nazism, except for that it was Germans' fault. Germans are evil. How dare we? That's what they're taught, right? They're not taught on this day at this time. This event happened in this war, and this bunker was taken over this struggle, and you know that's not what they're taught. They're not even taught that in American schools. You know, I think we should completely redo the school system to make it so intelligence matters. Sorry, Karen, your kid's not that smart. Sorry. Doesn't matter. Right? If we really want the smart to achieve, we have to put the smart in the smart classes. We can't just say, well, he's smart, but he doesn't do homework, so we're going to leave him in his shitty classes to rot and suffer for the rest of his god-known existence. You know, that shit doesn't work. That's falling through the cracks bullshit. That typically happens in communism. Okay? That's not a capitalist endeavor, by the way. You know, I love how communists love misquoting capitalism like this one true evil. Then those same fucking people turn around, buy all the fucking toilet paper, and resell it at triple plus markup. I thought capitalism was evil, Kyle. Well, everyone has a K in their name. Kyle, Kevin, Karen. Kevin. Should I talk about Kevin? I should, though. Oh, Kevin, I miss you, buddy. I really do. We used to have such long walks on the beach together. You'd call me a racist right-winger, and I'd call you a beta magenta cuck soy boy. And we just get along like peaches and cans. Cans. Anyways, no one's gonna get what the fuck I'm talking about. Sorry, my controller keeps dying. I have it set to go off every so often. But anyways, I just wonder how many people are actually going to watch these videos like throughout history. Not just now, but like throughout history. I mean, I might make it big one day, but I probably won't. I doubt I ever will. You know. But I will say this: if I do make it big, I ain't putting no ads on my damn videos. You can guarantee me that. Okay, I ain't putting ads on shit. I hate ads on YouTube. I hate ads on fucking God. I just hate advertisements. I always have. And I remember when YouTube was like people were making thousands of dollars off it, hundreds of thousands of dollars off of one channel, and there were no advertisements at all. No one was watching video advertisements. And PewDiePie was still a thing, right? Like, you know, still making all that cash. Maybe not as much as compared to today, but still making a bunch of fucking money. And I mean, you know, Pewd is kind of a shrewd businessman, and I respect that, but, you know, whatever. Again, like the big gaming YouTube channels, I stopped watching them years ago. I don't know. I stopped. I used to watch Markiplier. I used to watch that Jack dude who stole my color, and I used to watch not really Pewds, but kind of sometimes, just to see what jokes he'd come up with. And like for a while, the only one I watched was Mark. You know. And now I don't even do that. I mean, the last video I saw of him was this coronavirus one, and I like how his message was, "Don't panic, but we should panic." Right? Like, you know, don't be alarmed, but don't be that calm either. You know, which I mean, I'm not saying he's a hypocrite or anything. If anything, that's a fair message. You know what I mean? Like that's not a dumb message. It sounds kind of weird, but it's not. Trust me. Like that's a genuine message at a time like this. You know, you shouldn't panic because panicking doesn't solve anything. Any time of crisis, panicking doesn't solve anything. You know, stock market crashes, not a time to panic. Right? Now, I don't know about your relatives, but my relatives survived the Depression. Okay? Ale's relatives survived the Depression. Right?
Mine's from the fucking Mayflower.
Well, okay, hers survived the Mayflower. Mine survived the plague, but that's beside the point.
Mine.
Yeah, I think yours did too. I always forget around what time your family emigrated over here. Mine emigrated way later down the road. Like,
Mine immigrated here in 1870.
wow, that's crazy.
And the other ones immigrated in the 1600s.
1600s, holy crap. Like, you can't get more American than that. Like, you know, she deserves a green card and everything. Like, wait, she already has one. But anyways, like...
I've been in this country for how long?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I had to... I mean, I went through different channels, but I had to pretty much teach myself English, you know, and I still kind of suck at it. I always forget English words. I still remember, like, contexts and suffixes in German. I still remember, like, you know, like keys and stuff like that. But there's some words that I'm kind of losing a hold of. Like, and sometimes I remember a word without even knowing what the fuck it means. Like, I'll just remember a word. You know, God, what was pumpkin again? What was pumpkin again? I put that on your character. What was pumpkin? I got it. This is bugging me. Like, I just remembered pumpkin and then I forgot it. Like, I remembered what the word was, then I forgot it. I know it starts with a K. Like, Cursa? Curvis. Yeah, I knew it was something like that. Curvis. Yeah, fucking, like, I knew I remembered that.
Lucky I remembered what Pokemon I was for.
Yeah, like, I remembered Curvis and then I forgot it and I'm like, oh crap, what did I remember? Like, my mind does that a lot. I might have early stages of Alzheimer's because of my Ehlers-Danlos.
Oh.
Yeah, they suspect that because I've had memory loss since I was like 15. Though that could be the medication. Who knows?
That could be the medication you use.
Mm-hmm.
Everything.
Yeah.
That could have been
The quantum X in my veins. Black medicine. Yay, she loves me. Anyways,
I'd hope I'd love you.
yeah, I hope you love me too. God, that would suck. Not loving me and shit after I moved halfway across the country just to live with you. God.
I hope you love me.
Yeah. Well, I kind of proven I do just because I moved here from California all the way to Corn State, the cornucopia of corn. I live in Cornland, surrounded by the corn gods, infested with corn. Corn is my god. Corn is my god! Not the band, the food, yeah. It's always about the food! Anyways, so here's my kind of ramshacking dark hobo man outfit. We always end a video by sleeping, because that's essentially how you save without having to re-kill a fucking puma or something. Should I do night? Let's do morning. Do morning. Oh, yeah, you want to wrap up? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Next video I'll make will be probably 3 hours or so. This one's about 2.5, give or take. So yeah, I appreciate all y'all listening to me. I hope everybody's doing well. Other than that, I mean, I appreciate everyone who actually watched this live. All y'all take care. And just... you guys are better than this. Don't believe what you're taught. Right? There's so many lies taught in school, it's ridiculous. They don't care about intelligence. They don't care about smarts. They only care about obedience. That's it. It's just obedience. If you do 80% of your grade, which is homework, then you'll get a treat. You'll get a cookie. You'll get a diploma. And those diplomas don't mean dick anymore. Those graduate papers you get from high school don't mean anything anymore. Right? They don't. You can't get a job with them anymore. You have to go to college. You go to college, well, guess what? They brainwash you into a bunch of leftist ideology bullshit. Yeah, true. College is the same thing as high school. What is it, like 65% of the time when people get a college degree, they end up doing something different anyways. You know what I mean? Like,
My dad went to school for welding.
yeah, dad went to school for welding. What does he do now?
Makes doors.
He makes doors now. Makes fucking doors.
Not metal doors either.
Not even metal doors. Okay.
At least that would make sense.
Yeah, at least that would make sense. Yeah, my father was in school for welding too, actually.
Well, I didn't exactly get like a diploma.
Yeah,
I
not a
guess.
diploma. Yeah.
You got a certificate.
Yeah, just like worker skill kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my father
That's
was
my dad already knew how to weld.
cool. Well, my father was one of the chief hydraulic engineers for C5s in the Air Force. So, like, these, you know, as far as enlisted go, he was pretty high up there. But anyways, just, I don't know. I'll find, I don't know. I'll find some catchphrase to say at the end of the video. But for now, just everybody take care, and God forbid you learn something.